Hey guys, this is the Gray Jedi and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing good and having a fantastic day. If you guys do enjoy the video, please consider subscribing, hitting that notifications bell, and smashing that like button with the force down below. Anyways, with that said, let's get right into the video. So we have the community transmission for the Battle of Scarif update. So let's get right into it. We already did watch this video in the last video, news update video, so please be sure to watch that if you guys missed it. Now let's jump right into it. We're back for a transmission, and that means it's time for another update. The Age of Rebellion is still upon us, headlined by the return of Scarif and Supremacy, co-op, and instant action. The update releases on April 29th, and we've got a lot to talk about, so let's dive in with the details. So they're starting with the Age of Rebellion, Supremacy, and instant action. The list of Supremacy planets for the Age of Rebellion is superheaded by the return of Scarif, a planet we know you're incredibly excited to venture back into. Joining Scarif will also be a series of iconic Age of Rebellion locations: Hoth, Death Star 2, Tatooine, and Yavin 4. Each of these locations will be arriving into instant action, making the Age of Rebellion Supremacy experience available offline as well as online. And that's always a good thing. You guys know I'm an offline player too, so that's always good. Alright, now we have co-op updates. We continue to see great feedback around co-op, as it's been wonderful to watch the reactions, gameplay clips, and reading your comments on the last update, which brought the game mode into the Age of Rebellion. Following on from that theme, we're adding Scarif to the list of available Age of Rebellion locations, and it will join all the existing locations in the map rotation. Back in January, we released both the MC-85 Star Cruiser and Resurgent class Star Destroyer as part of the Supremacy setup for the Age of Resistance. The feedback we received on both of these capital ships was incredibly positive, and as a result, we have made this decision of bringing them to co-op as a standalone location. So that's cool. We found out about that in the letter. It says you both find the MC-85 Star Cruiser and the Resurgent class Star Destroyer with the Age of Resistance map rotation. With this update, we'll be renaming co-op to co-op missions. Okay. We have instant action missions. Alright, so with the positivity and reception surrounding instant action, we've decided to expand it further, bringing a new option to offline play. Instant action missions are based around the co-op multiplayer experience, allowing you to play with 3 friendly AIs and take on enemy team made up of AI using our existing co-op missions. Okay. I really wish, I guess you could still play with friends, but I wish you could also do that maybe offline, or maybe put it in split screen, but it doesn't look like they're going to do that. Faction select will be possible, enabling both attack and defend play options, and the modes will be supported by every co-op location we have within the game across all 3 eras, so that's cool. So whatever we're getting for online co-op, we're getting for offline co-op, so that's really cool. Now, Crate Heroes vs. Villains. Heroes vs. Villains will be receiving a new planet in April, as the battle between Dark and the Light reaches the salty mineral planet of Crate. This is one of our most requested HVV locations to date, so it's really exciting to be bringing it back to the game mode. The combat area will be focused inside the main hangar with the blast doors open, letting in the sunset outside. So that's interesting, because what we found in the game files was like an incomplete version of them fighting outside. But alright, now we're moving on to the trooper appearances. Okay, so that's cool. When we announced that you would be returning to Scarif, one of the most prominent requests that we started to see surrounded the shore trooper appearances, of course. Who wouldn't want those? It's amazing. Within this update, we are pleased to confirm that troopers will have new appearances based on the shore trooper setup. Members of the Empire will have their shore trooper appearances, while the Rebellion will have access to their Pathfinder's variants. So that's cool. So we're getting the skins for the Rebellion and for the Empire. Now we have hero appearances. This is good. Here we go. We know that many of you have been requesting new appearances for heroes and villains in the game, which is why we'll be rounding out April with a selection of brand new ones. Darth Maul has been a hero who, in terms of new appearances requests, has consistently been one of the most prominent, which is why we're incredibly excited to announce that he will have an appearance based on Star Wars Rebels available to him, complete with his robotic legs. Now, a second minute looking at this GIF, it looks absolutely amazing. You can see his arms, like, because of the sleeveless. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, it's so amazing. This is by far my favorite skin. Oh, man. Okay, so back in December, we've brought 3 Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker appearances to the game for Rey, Kylo Ren, and Finn. We've got 2 more on the way, and if you haven't seen Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker yet, look away now. Alright, so there it is. There's a speculation right there. She has her gold lightsaber. I still wish, like, that's very close to her Rise of Skywalker skin that she already has in the game now, just with the different color lightsaber. I would have liked to see a hood with this, but hey, I'm not complaining. We got another skin. Alright, so moving on, this is the first of these new appearances belong to Emperor Palpatine and will be focused around his red robes. The second Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker appearance is based on Rey with her hood down, and with her new yellow lightsaber, we're looking forward to bringing both these frequently requested appearances to the game in April. So it looks like Palpatine's skin here is looking really cool. Oh, look at those eyes. Oh, they look so red and orange, just look crazy. Alright, I can't wait for that one. Oh, that's so cool. We also have added a new appearance arriving for the dark side, arriving in the month's update. Kylo Ren with his hood up. If you guys haven't seen that, that's also in the video. Doesn't look like he posted a GIF of it. Alright, so here we go. Damage increase messaging. Okay. We are adding in-game messaging for damage increase and how it relates to damage decrease. You can suffer a damage increase from 2 sources today. BB-8's resistance blocking ability, backing ability, and Dooku's exposed weakness ability. Having a damage increase on yourself means that you take more than normal damage from any source. Oh, wow. So, okay. That's interesting. So let me reread that. It says you can suffer a damage increase. So that means that's kind of like a nerf to that backing ability and Dooku's exposed weakness ability, because having damage increase on yourself means that you take more damage than normal. So yeah, that's a nerf. That means they can take more damage. Dang. Okay. That's interesting. Now I'm not sure if exposed weakness will be worth it because the animation time is so long. It'll just be very situational in my opinion. But damage increase is messaged in the game in the same 3 elements as damage decrease. Okay. So they're just the same element basically. Above head, when looking at a friend or enemy, left on their health bar, an icon detonating damage increase will be shown for the duration of the effect. So this is a bunch of like quality of life features. This icon is always red when looking at an enemy. You will only ever see the increase or the decrease icon in this placement. The hit indicator when dealing damage to an enemy. The damage increase icon will animate out from your crosshair to detonate that you dealt more than normal damage. Okay, so that's interesting. And it's always red. You'll always see this increase OR, the decrease animation. Alright, now moving on to player health. When looking at your own health bar at the bottom of your screen, icons will be shown to the left of your health number for the duration of any damage increase or damage decrease. Okay. That's kind of a different change, but okay. You will see both increase and the decreases icon in this placement if you are affected by both simultaneously. The colors of these icons in this placement change to show the net effect. Okay, you take more damage, icon is red, decrease icon is gray. You take less damage, icon is gray, then icon is yellow. Okay, so that's interesting. That's something we gotta get used to. Then we have the explosive damage reduction redesign. It says we are removing the 2 cases in the game that would give you an explosion damage reduction. This is done to ensure that our damage increase/decrease messaging is robust in all cases. We are also hoping that the redesign detailed below of the bodyguard star card, which is largely unused by all trooper classes. That's interesting. So that means it's largely unused by all trooper classes. That's interesting. So that means they're still checking our stats. Will make it more viable to bring into the battle. That's interesting. The bodyguard star card keeps its name but has a new description to reflect the new design. The gameplay effects changes to when at critical health below 30%, you gain X% overall damage reduction, and the amount of damage reduction scales with the star card rarity. The critical health level is already messaged in the game by an audio filter and a red letting you know that you are in grave danger. The new design of bodyguard star cards is meant to give you an increased chance of survival while in the state in certain situations. Alright, so that's kind of like a little buff to that star card. The new gameplay effect means that some low mid-range weapons will require one additional shot to kill an enemy that has bodyguard equipped. As an example, it will take 7 instead of 6 body shots to kill a non-heavy, and 8 instead of 7 body shots to kill a heavy with bodyguard equipped. The number of headshots from a default blaster to kill a non-heavy and heavy are unchanged. Okay. High damage weapons such as sniper rifles and largely unaffected as well. You can still kill a trooper that has bodyguard equipped with 1 headshot or 2 body shots with the NT-242 sniper rifle. So that's good. I don't want it. I did not want that weapon to get a nerf, and it looks like it's still good. It's still one shot with the headshots. I love that weapon so much. That's what makes the specialist class fun for me. But anyway, it says all examples above are made from the epic rarity of the star card, which is where the biggest effect kicks in. This damage reduction is only applied while below 30% health and is immediately removed when you go above that. For non-heavy troopers, the state is entered when below 45 health. For heavy troopers, the threshold is now below 60 health. From everyone on the Star Wars Battlefront 2 team, we thank you. Thank you for being a part of everything we've done and being the best community we could have ever asked for. May the Force be with you always. Alright, so the CT just went over things that we kind of already knew from the letter, from hints, and all the different news in the past. So this was a good CT. It's already going on 12 minutes, so I'm not going to go over the release notes right now, but I'm going to submit this video into YouTube or whatever, upload it, and then I will start on the patch notes and make that a separate video. So I hope to see you guys there. May the Force be with you always. No.